A troubling announcement this week about Christian voter participation. According to George Barna and Arizona Christian University's Cultural Research Center, only 51% of people of faith say they'll vote in the November election. Why are nearly half sitting this one out? Barna says they lack enthusiasm for the presidential candidates, and they're not getting direction from their churches. Most want to be instructed on how to think biblically about policy and politics. Christian Broadcasting Network founder Pat Robertson was one American Christian leader who always brought biblical clarity to politics and policy. In 1987, he left CBN to run for president. Although he was unsuccessful, he did succeed in getting Christians more engaged in politics. A decade later, he attended a Christian Coalition conference where he talked about his campaign.
The press was ecstatic when I lost. And they said the so-called Christian right is dead. Well, if that's death, today is resurrection, ladies and gentlemen.
By his example, Pat inspired Christians to run for office and vote their values. Folks, it's time for another resurrection of Christian clout at the ballot box. Many political analysts say Mitt Romney lost the presidential election to Barack Obama in 2012 because evangelicals stayed home. And in 2020, Donald Trump lost to Joe Biden in the key swing state of Arizona by 10,000 votes and only 12,000 votes in Georgia. Our Wendy Griffith recently talked with Baptist pastor, former Governor Mike Huckabee.
40 million Christians sitting at home on a presidential election means that they would have completely changed the outcome, not just of that election, but of every election in America if they registered and then went to vote. And a lot of them don't want to vote because they say, oh, politics is so dirty. And my response to that is, well, how do you think it's going to get cleaner if all the Christians stay out of it? Philippians says, don't worry about anything, but pray about everything. So pray about it rather than worry about it, but then put that prayer to action. Make sure you're registered to vote, go vote, and don't go alone. Take every friend, relative, person you work with, every neighbor that you know who has biblical values and get them to the polls. Explain to them why it's important.
Folks, we should not stay at home just because of mean tweets or nervous giggles. We have the privilege and responsibility in this country to elect our leaders. Participate. Do your homework. Examine which candidates, not only for president, but other offices, best represent your values. And vote. Well, that's it today from the Global Lane. Until next time, be blessed.